A very warm welcome to the tradingmentors.com. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. This is the weekly Forex forecast, the first one for 2023, and I hope you're going to have a lot of fun and enjoy this video. This is for the 9th to the 13th of January, and we will do a market forecast. So the agenda for today has changed slightly for 2023. We're going to look at chart settings using the Advanced Pro charts, what the setups look like, what your charts should look like if you have the Advanced Pro charts, making sure that my clients are all singing from the same hymn sheet. We're then going to go into the market, see what the DXY is doing in terms of the US dollar, risk on, risk off. We had the non-farm payroll on Friday, so we should have some great trades coming up in the next few days, and I'm going to go over a few of those in the next few minutes. We'll be looking at swing trades, swing lows, swing highs. Where are the opportunities for the best risk to reward? We'll look at indices to see where stocks are heading. Commodities are fantastic. Gold is setting up for a big move. Silver and oil looks like it's going to have a big move south as well. So very interesting charts and a great opportunity for you to get on board. Double tops, I love double tops and double bottoms, as most of you know, because they offer a great low risk, high reward, sometimes as much as 6 times risk. So they are fantastic ones to get used to and use. And we're going to do some chart settings, just so your charts align with mine. Excuse me. Then we're going to do full Forex analysis and coaching, of course. I'm going to combine the coaching with this video once a week, and then I do a daily video analysis of all markets, usually during the New York session. And then at the end of this video, I'll give you my favorite trades for the coming week with targets. So if you want to become a member, there's a free trial for 14 days, and then it's $30 a month. And every day I'll analyze the markets, and you can see how I'm doing with my MT4 account and just analyze the performance, see if you like it. If you don't, that's it, cancel it. Totally up to you. I'm not bothered. So all the links are in the description below. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, because then once you get and click the notifications, wherever I do a video, you'll be notified. So guys, just before we go into the markets and do the analysis and see where the prices are going, I just want to do the chart settings for you so that you can get a better idea of what's going on and have a much clearer picture using the Advanced Pro charts. Now this is the Kiwi, New Zealand US dollar, and as you can see, there's really, with a blank chart, there's nothing to be seen here. You can do the analysis yourself. You can draw some lines, some order blocks, some trend lines you could draw if there was anything clear going on. But what I want to show you is I'm going to put on step by step the tools that we use to get better decisions and better trades with high rewards, basically low risk, high rewards. So the first one I put on here is the order blocks. Now, as I said, you can manually draw them, but they'll take you ages. And don't forget, we're analyzing over 20 Forex pairs and commodities and indices. So we want to get to a position where we can analyze within a few minutes. Literally, I could analyze the markets within about 2 minutes using these tools, so straight away I can see opportunities. So what we've got here is we've got a green zone, which is the buy zone. So the buy zone is green, so we buy on the green, and the sell zone is the sell zone. Simple. Now you can draw your own lines if you wish, but you'll be there forever. These are automatically generated trend lines, which I put on, and as you can see, there was a trend line break here, off a buy zone, an opportunity to buy, possibly going up to the sell zone. Another indicator which we use, the buy and sell signals, so they actually automatically appear on your chart. This is a 4-hour chart. This is the most common chart I use. As we can see, price moving down to the bottom of this buy zone, and then we had a buy order and a break. So in this instance, I've now downloaded the Advanced Pro Charts, which includes the double bottoms and double tops. Now, double bottoms in a buy zone are highly significant, especially if you've got something going on the daily and full analysis. But nonetheless, we can see that we've got the prices in the buy zone. We've got the buy signal, if you can see that there, and we've got a double bottom. Lastly, I've got the software along with the 50-day moving average, which predicts future events, future prices. So you've gone from having nothing, where it seemed like it was flatlining, but now you have a lot of information to suggest that the price is going to break out to the top side. And if you look at this software, where is the price going? So for instance, we would have a target of 65.50. So that's the concept on the New Zealand US as an example. These happen often. Even if you get 1 or 2 or 3 trades a week on these, they make a massive amount of difference to your performance. So let's have a look at the Kiwi, New Zealand USD. We bought it on the double bottom, on the order block, on the buy signal. So I put 2 positions on this because it's highly lucrative, and that's where the positions and the performance increases exponentially. So what I'll do when the markets go live on Monday, I'll close one down for a guaranteed profit, and I'll move the next one to break even. So at the end of the day, there's a zero risk move on that. So now you understand, hopefully, the concept of what we're looking for. Double bottoms, continuation trend. We're going to cover all that and combine these with tutorials and coaching for people who have the advanced charts, pro charts. So let's go on to the DXY and see what's going on there. So the DXY gives us an indication of whether you've got weaker dollar, stronger dollar, and after the non-farm payroll data that come out on Friday, we can see now that we have a sell signal below the 50-day moving average and a continuation of a downtrend now. So weaker dollar is likely. So we're looking at a target for this week of 102.18. Dow Jones Index, known as the US 30, is upward momentum above the 50-day moving average, came down to the buy zone and then targets 34,100. Aussie USD, we have a buy signal above the 50-day moving average, and therefore, and the projection is for this week 72.89. A double bottom on an order block with the Nasdaq. However, the prediction is a fall. So a break below 10,680 is going to target for this week 10,414. But you have to wait for confirmation and the breakout first. So whenever you see a double bottom on an order block, it's not necessarily a buy. In fact, I would leave this alone until it sorts itself out. This is not indicative of a buy. Double top on the German DAX indicates a reversal usually, but the projected software is saying buy, so this is going to target once it breaks out 15,567. One of the great advantages of having the software on board now is you make quick decisions. Is it ready? Is it not? Double top on an order block is not a sell, it's a buy, going to 22,321. Any Bitcoin fans out there? Don't need to answer that rhetorical question. The software is predicting a fall down to 16,300. On to commodities. This is silver. Can you see where it's going? The price is predicted into the future. Target 25.80 is, as I mentioned in previous daily video analysis, 25.80 is target. Congratulations if you sold oil. We trade West Texas oil. So the current price is $73.73. And we had a nice double top. Now, when you see a double top and the projected software is going down as well, fill your boots. Fill your boots. Put 2 positions on if you like. That's what I'm doing. And as we can see, a continuation of this downtrend below the 50-day moving average, highly significant. And therefore, we're just waiting for the sell signal. The target for this week is $68.74. Could go down to $60.50. So look out for that. Could be a big sell-off. So with gold, I want to cover this a little bit more detail for guys who have just bought the Advanced Pro charts. And so this is different to the Kiwi. The Kiwi is a double bottom. So it won't be above the 50-day moving average. Okay, the double tops and double bottoms are reversals, so they won't be a continuation of an uptrend or a downtrend. Simple as that. This is a continuation of an uptrend because the price has been above the 50-day moving average, which is the black line. We're seeing green candlesticks, which is a buy, and of course the buy signals above the 50-day moving average are highly significant. The other thing we have as a tool is obviously the swing low on the stochastic. Oversold stochastic in an uptrend is highly significant. This is completely different to a double top, double bottom. Don't get them too confused. Please don't get them confused, because they are different kinds of trading. Perfectly legitimate in every situation, double tops, double bottoms, but they are reversal points. This is not a reversal point. This is simply a correction. A pullback, a retracement, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. It's pulling back to make another move higher. So we've got the buy signal above the 50-day moving average. We've got the stochastic oversold in an uptrend. We've got above the 50 EMA. We've got the buy zone order block gone green. The candlestick's gone green. And the software predicts the price for the next weeks, days, hours, doesn't matter. It just tells you where it's going in advance. Software predicts future prices and the direction. So the target for this week is 19.05 now. Pound USD currently 120.86. This is not a double bottom, obviously. We don't have a buy order above the 50-day moving average, so this is not a strong buy. But the projection for this week is 125.20, let's say. However, this is not one I will trade because it's not a double bottom, because it didn't have a buy above the 50-day moving average. So this is a buy, but nonetheless a weak buy. There's a few interesting trades on the ends. I'm going to cover those because I'm combining this with coaching for people with the Advanced Pro charts. It just takes a little bit longer, but that's okay. We've got time, haven't we? So this is the US yen, 132.10. Currently, we have a sell order on a sell zone, and the candles are red. And projected target is going to be for this week 127.28. As projected on the US Canadian, 134.42 currently. Market's closed obviously, but you could expect to pull back up to 135.50, and then off it goes to 133.50. So look out for that. But the software is predicting a much bigger fall if the DXY collapses. The target for this week, 133.50. One of the things which is great about this software, if the price pulls back up to this green zone here, see these dots here, this is resistance area. So these are better opportunities to get into the trade. So for those who've got the software, this is a great way to trade it. The Aussie USD, I've been dealing with this and analysing this on a daily basis with the daily video analysis for members. If you want to become a member, then the description is below. I analyse markets every day, and I just do a 20-minute video, and that's video on demand, so you can watch it any time of day or night. So here we have a double top on an order block on a sell zone, but look at the software. This is going to 7,000. So back to the Kiwi. So the Aussie USD and the New Zealand USD correlate. They do the same thing pretty much. And so which one do you want to trade? So the Aussie USD has a double top on a sell zone. This has a double bottom on a buy zone. Okay, and the software suggests that the price is going to go up. Software predicts future events. Okay, go back to the Aussie, so just so it makes a little bit more sense. So the Aussie is predicting a double top, which is usually a reversal point, and on a sell block, order block. However, the software is saying buy. So the Kiwi is a better trade. It's a far better risk to reward, and because we have a double bottom and the software says buy, this is a highly predictive trade with very high risk to reward, and the chances of this going much higher are far bigger. So the target for this week I've got is 65.50. This is the New Zealand yen. What can happen during the process of an entry, we had an entry a week or two ago, and what can happen, the software can then turn around and predict it to go south. Of course, that does happen because the software is taking the last 600 candles and measuring the future price. So if it turns around and goes south, we pulled out for a small profit. But now you had a buy signal above a 50-day moving average. There's another opportunity, and the software says buy. So the target for this week is 84.50. Now the Aussie yen. This is very interesting for those learning and doing the advanced pro coaching. Let me try and explain this here. So what we had a double bottom, which was a buying opportunity. We then had the software saying sell, and we also had the software saying sell at this point here. So I sold it, I'm still on it. My stop is above here, and of course the price is now moving against us, not stopped out yet. The target is 88.50. However, what tends to happen, of course, when you get a choppy market, the predicted software can change around. What do we do about that? What is the next action? So the next action is to set an order to open above this area here, above the double top, because what will happen is if it does break out, and it's possible, then the double top will disappear. It will no longer be valid as in terms of a reversal point, because the breakout is going to bank a lot more money. Target 95, so if it breaks out down here 91.10 I've got, then you're going to bank 400 pips. This loss here is 100 pips. So your risk to reward is still valid in terms of rewards, because it's going to bank 400 pips if it goes to target. Plus you're going to lose a far smaller fraction of the trade. Now, if the price continues to actually fail to achieve higher highs, then of course your open position, which is currently open, is going to reach 88.50. Hopefully that makes sense. We've got our eye on the pound yen, because this is purely interest only. I'm not trading this yet. It's certainly not ready. It's in a sell zone, which is the red zone. So what could happen as it consolidates, as it's doing for the last week, then there's going to be a breakout somewhere, either to the downside or the upside. What I hope to happen, of course, is it comes down to here. We see a double bottom in a buy zone, and that gives us a better opportunity, especially if the software is showing up with momentum. At the moment, there is no breakout. It's still consolidating, but the software is predicting higher highs. I'll be looking at this on Monday morning. This is the pound Swiss. We have a nice double bottom on a green zone, a buy zone, and the software is saying buy and gone green. So this is going to break out hopefully to the upside and target 114.20. Some of you are trading natural gas. I don't trade it, but I get a lot of requests from clients who want to trade it. So this is natural gas. Now the interesting thing, it's sitting on a buy zone, but the predicted software is saying sell. Now we want natural gas to sell because that's going to help inflation oil to sell off, which we predict, and that will help inflation as well. So hopefully that will all happen. So as long as we get a sell signal somewhere along this line and it breaks down the buy zone, it needs to do that, and then it will head for the first target is 209. But obviously there's a lot to go through here. What can happen, of course, it's not happening yet, but what can happen, of course, it hits the buy zone and then the predictive software goes up, and that's a buying opportunity. But until it happens, then you can't go long. You have to think short once you get the sell signal on your chart. A fascinating video. I hope you agree. If you want to join me every day doing the analysis, then please click on the description below. There's a link there, and there's a free 14-day trial. You don't have to do it. It's totally up to you. I don't mind. I only coach a handful of people, and that's all I want to do. I don't want to be spending time all my days doing this. I'd rather be on a beach or swimming or something. From Chris here at thetradingmentors.com, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.